I thought we had a tough time skating tonight. So it was really hard for us to make plays. It looked like we were in mud. We couldn't separate real well, and then we got hemmed in our zone, and a lot of our time and our energy was spent defending. When we finally got the puck, we had no legs to go the other way. And there's a few reasons for that. One, just legs and energy. I don't know why we didn't have it. Two, we didn't win a lot of face-offs in our zone, so we started there, and they're a volume shooting team. So they're firing around, and we got hemmed in a few times. And then three, I thought they were just flat out quicker to pucks in our zone. So those are, those are my thoughts on the game as a whole. The opponent does have a say in the game. They do that to a lot of teams. That's how they're wired, and play a real good game that way. We could learn from that as well. And it's unfortunate that the winning goal was a bad bounce behind the net. I thought Alex made some real good saves after that when we needed him to. But a night where we just didn't have enough players going, but enough legs going, and we play well when we're a skating team.
Todd, what was going through your mind there late in the second when they had Albert and Simon pinned on the ice for
about 3.5 minutes? So that's that's a very unfortunate set of circumstances for those two young kids, but they handled it well. They went to the middle of the rink and stayed there. That's on the goaltender to get a whistle when it comes, and the forwards to manage it a lot better. We got two changes in with forward lines, which means there were fresh forwards on the ice, and that we did have the puck. There are times where you have to execute just to manage 2 or 3 players that can't breathe, and we didn't do that, and as a result we got hemmed in.
Todd, you mentioned, with the trade deadline looming, you mentioned earlier that, you put your belief behind the team and the players, you have what you need. You said the cavalry's not coming, but couldn't it be right now? I mean, couldn't all just help you to add a couple of key guys without disturbing the chemistry? Wouldn't that help you maybe make that push toward the playoffs here?
Well, we would take Gretzky and Bobby Orr, but they're not available. So if those are the two guys, like, I know that the hockey base and the fans and everybody has a wish list. It's like Christmas right now, and everybody has a wish list, but Santa doesn't always answer the wish list. I mean, he'd love to deliver everything, but it takes other teams. There's cap situations. There's a lot that goes into that, and trust me, our staff is working hard. Our team, we're all one team, is working hard. They're looking and analyzing, and it's up to us to push, ride the horses, if you will, that are in the race. We can't walk by the stables. I always use analogies and see Biscuits over there, and you just want to bring her in. Like, you ride the horses that you're on, and you get the best race out of them. And right now, we have to get a better race out of some of our guys.
Right now, on a 3-game losing streak, you guys just dropped out of the second wildcard spot. Is there any danger of kind of, falling into the trap of the recency bias of just being on a losing streak and dropping down? Like, well, we don't have maybe this isn't the year.
No, there isn't. We've been spoiled with some real good win streaks. Pardon me. Now we've got to right the ship here a little bit. The last 2 games were different in many ways, but they're 1-goal games. Our defensive numbers, which we talked about, were much too high. We talk about a race to 3, it didn't even get there tonight. So for us to expect to continually run off 7-game winning streaks, it could be realistic. It's happened twice. But I think at this time of the year, it's a hard thing to do. And we're going to have to chip away and take points wherever we can get them. And we'll move up and down the standings like everybody else is. And that's why it's a race right now.
I thought we kind of generated a lot of chances in the first. Came out really good with a mentality to win that game. We had 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s, and they were scrambling. Started off by a great first shift overall, where Rain likes to get a 2-on-1, so I think during the game we kind of lost track of our D zone. They had extended times there, and we just spent a little bit too much energy, obviously defending. And once we had the puck, we had to get off the ice and change. Even though they had a lot of possession, I thought they didn't have a lot of dangerous or grade A chances from the slot. I thought we handled it fairly well. In the end, it's one shot, and obviously it's very, very unfortunate because I thought the will was there, the compete was there too, and obviously that's very frustrating. But I mean, that's probably how it goes. If you lose a couple games, then stuff isn't going your way, and now we just gotta find a way to dig ourselves out of that hole, or get ourselves out of that hole.
Well, when they had that extended period when they controlled the puck and everybody was getting tired, Simon and Albert were out there like over 4 minutes. Can you describe what that's like for, a defenseman to get stuck in that position and have to defend? He's tired and yet he's trying to get off as well.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, you're just breathing through your eyelids, to be honest. You just try to absorb everything, try to stay compact in front of the net, let the goalie see as much as possible, but then just try to lose your last % of energy just to really defend well around your net. I think the boys did a great job of blocking shots, being in the lanes. I think Albert blocked probably like 2 or 3 shots, Simon had another one there, and they just kept them to the outside. And obviously then you look at the scoreboard and see a 4-minute shift, but I thought they handled it very, very well.
It's important to have a good defense the whole game. I mean, it's tough to win games when you're letting too many goals, so I think we did a lot of defending today, and still good to be in the game in the third period. So I think that's what we can take with us to never give up any games and always try to fight back.